We hear lots and lots of stories at this time of year. Magical stories, stories of beauty, stories of love, stories of light, stories that carry with them lots and lots of truth and lots of wisdom and guidance for our lives. But it feels important to me for us to be able to make a little bit of a distinction in some of the stories we hear. The story that Bonnie and Mike just read is a familiar story, but it's a story that is different in a way from, say, the Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, or maybe the story of the Grinch who stole Christmas. I don't think if you had been there with Theodor Geisel that you would really expect that you were likely to meet the Grinch or the Who's down in Whoville for that matter. I know there may have been representations made of them, but I don't think you anticipate finding one of them living next door. The story that Mike and Bonnie read is different from the story of the Grinch or Scrooge in the Christmas Carol, or Tiny Tim, because the story that we honor this night is a story that did actually happen. Now, I'm not sure of all the details or exactly how the story unfolded, but what I do know is that there were real people named Mary and named Joseph, and they had a real baby named Jesus. And if you had been there, you could have heard the baby cry. You could have seen the light in Mary and Joseph's eyes as they looked down with love and tenderness on their newborn child. Those are real events that actually took place. And it's important for me that we keep that in mind because it reminds us that God, this force of power and light and love we call God, that God is in fact at work in human history. And if that's true, then it's equally true that God, that force of light, of love, of power, of peace, that force of God is also at work today. You see, this is a story that happened over 2,000 years ago. And it's important that we hold on to that fact that it's rooted and grounded in history. But if we leave it there, then we've lost everything that this story is about. There's a line in the part of the gospel that I think it was Bonnie read, the angels come and speak to the shepherds. And the angels say to the shepherds, to you this day is born a Savior. And that's a voice we need to hear in our lives today. To you this day, today, now, is born a Savior. Those of you who are fortunate to have Yvette Bird as your friend on Facebook know that she put up I think it's called a meme. I don't know that I really know what a meme is, but I think it was a meme. And it was a picture of a creche scene, and the words printed in it said this: each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there is room for Jesus. Today, we get to be an innkeeper. But we might change that also to say each of us is Mary. Each of us is Mary who decides today if Jesus is going to be born in our lives. Because we face that choice, we face that decision every day. Every day we get to decide, will Jesus be born in my life today? Will love be born in my life at this moment? Will peace and hope and joy be born in my heart? See, that's what this story wants to stir in us. It wants to stir in us that spirit of tenderness, that spirit of truth and light that is our true nature as beings created in the image of God. And if we're going to have that experience, we need to be like the innkeeper who somehow found room in his heart to make space for the unfamiliar, to make space for a young couple who came out of the night knocking at his door and asked for shelter. We need to be those who are able to find space in our hearts to open to that unexpected presence that is the love and the light of our true nature. We are Mary, we are the innkeeper, we are Joseph, guiding the way to Bethlehem, finding our way through the wilderness towards the light. We are the shepherds, opening our hearts to glory, hearing the voice of the angels calling us to journey towards goodness and truth and beauty and light, calling us to embrace the mystery of this night and to trust that this mystery is not just a vain story. It's so easy so much of the time. It's so easy to, especially in these days of isolation, especially in these days when we're cut off from loved ones, when we're separated from those places that nurture and nourish and sustain us, it's so easy to fall prey to forgetfulness. We celebrate Christmas every year to not to create something, but to remind us of something, to remind us of the truth that the angels do still sing, that the innkeeper does still find room for goodness and peace and love and joy, that Mary and Joseph do still journey to Bethlehem, and that opening creates the gift of new life and new hope born in our hearts. This has been, for many people, such a time of struggle, such a time of uncertainty, such a time of doubt and fear and confusion. It's been a time when it's been tempting to withdraw a little bit, to pull in upon ourselves and feel that somehow we need to hide, we need to shelter ourselves. And it's true, we do need to be sensible and wise, and we do need to wear our face masks, and we do need to keep our social distance, but we don't need to hide. And that's why, if there's been a Christmas gift all year, it's been Zoom. I know we all hate it. Nobody really wants to do it, but it's been a gift. It's been a gift of creativity. It's been a gift of light. It's been a gift that's allowed us to come into one another's homes. It's been a gift that's allowed us to be together in some way in this big empty building. It's been a gift that has enabled us to do what this season calls us to do, which is to become the light that we are by opening our hearts to the beauty of this season that is embodied in the person of Jesus. And there's a song that I think speaks to all of this. It's a somewhat unusual Christmas song, but it's very beautiful to me. And it's by someone from Manitoba, a young woman from Manitoba, Alana Lewandowski. And this song is about the light of Jesus and the hope that Jesus brings, and the fact that Jesus desires us to find our true, deepest self in him, to discover that we are the ones in whom God delights, that we are the ones in whom that hope is born, and we are the ones who have the capacity to seek the presence that haunts this night. And she asks a question at the heart of this song. Alana asks a question at the heart of this song. And I think in the video, which I'm hoping Larry is going to show in a sec, she holds a baby. And I know she had a new baby when she sang this song. And so I'm assuming that this is her child. And I want you to hear this song. I want you to hear this question that she asks. She asks, tomorrow's children seek our hearts. Will they know who they really are? How are our children going to know who they really are if we're not who we really are? And who we really are is those who bring to birth in the world the light and the life and the hope and the beauty that is Jesus. So listen, lovers of the world, unite, bound to the Creator's vision bright, as Alana sings of this light.
Lovers of the world unite, bound to Creator's vision bright, that even these our darkest nights become the light, become the light. Fashion all you can create that delights the one who incarnates, links himself to the same fate as we sleepers who must rise to wake. Our hope beyond all hope did come to call us each and every one to the surface of our consciousness. God dwells within and always has. Put our feet back on the ground, contemplation's heart resound. We're still pursued by heaven's hound. Oh, lover, seek us till we're found. Our hope beyond all hope did come to call us each and every one to the surface of our consciousness. God dwells within and always has. Tomorrow's children seek our hearts. Will they know who they really are? The center of 1,000 stars and the breathers of the breath of God. Beyond all hope did come to call us each and every one to the surface of our consciousness. God dwells within and always has. This is what we sing at Christmas. God dwells within and always has.